Hi guys. Hi, I'm just going to quickly make a video because I believe that there are many people out there, many, and I know many of them that are doing this, and it really does put me off wanting to evangelize and even to be in fellowship with them, and that is pride. And pride comes in many ways and many forms, but one of the one of the I believe one of the hidden prideful mannerisms in people that they're not aware of or they don't identify, and it's quite shocking when you see it. It's when people are evangelizing, and are doing it, obviously for Jesus, but at the same time there is this love and desire to have praises and to take the praises of men, to take the thumbs up, the claps, and the cheers and the pat on the backs and the audiences. And I've seen it with the Christians out there that say they love Jesus, but really when you look at it, they take pleasure and they do take joy in the fact that they are being exalted and lifted up themselves. It is a sin of pride. It is prideful, and I don't I do believe that if they really do take a deep look within themselves, they'll be able to see it, but they don't want to see it because pride has overcome them. And so, as I said, pride is it comes in many forms, but I'm just warning the people out there that are preaching and evangelizing for Jesus. I'm warning you and telling you, are you doing it really for Jesus? Or are you doing it for self? Are you doing it for the satisfaction and the self, the self glory to be praised and cheered and clapped by others? Because in my time as a preacher, I've noticed it and I've seen it, and God has allowed me to see it because He showed me it. And I've seen preachers going out and I've seen them evangelize, and then as soon as they maybe don't have the maybe the battery on their camera runs down, or maybe they don't have data on their phone, maybe that they can't for some reason record themselves, they very quickly decide to pack it in and walk away and go home. Or that, when they don't have an audience, when they don't have people praising, clapping them, cheering them and giving them an audience, then they are quickly basically they are quick to just pack up and go home. They must have somebody to watch and cheer them on and to praise them and to clap them and to give them the glory that they deserve, because they want it, they desire it. And so be very careful of this. And the way you can test yourself is to go out and preach. But I would encourage you to go out and preach, and and don't take a camera, don't film yourself. Let's see how you operate without a camera on you. See how you operate without the attention, the attention that you draw to yourself, but yet you say it's all about Jesus. But at the same time, you like to be on the film. You like to be praised. You like to be lifted up. You say it's about Jesus, but you actually love to be on film. You love people watching you, cheering you, clapping you, praising your name, and just lifting you up. It is self-righteousness, it's pride, and it is something that is seen and spotted in Christians, and it really does upset me. Now, there are many that do it not in pride, but there are many that do it in pride, and you can tell yourself, you're able to test yourself, because you can go out and do it, and do it without an audience, do it without the camera, do it without the Facebook, without the YouTube. Do it, go and evangelize without you being on camera, without you being the center of attention, and you'll soon see that you won't want to do it. But once the camera's rolling, you don't have a problem doing it. So you have to be careful of this, guys, because there are, as I said, many forms of pride, and I think people fall into that trap where they believe they're honoring and doing a good service and preaching, evangelizing, and they are, but they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't have an audience, if they didn't have people watching them, cheering them, clapping them, praising them, saying how great they are. And this was revealed to me years ago when I preached with a guy, and God showed me it very clearly, because the first time we went out and preached, I went out, I preached, I put my camera, I faced it outwards. No one knew, no one saw me. I just gave all the glory to God. But there were people that were like watching and coming up and obviously interested and taking tracks and talking to you, and but you're not aware of the camera. You really are not. You put the camera on because it's a way to protect yourself, because people falsely accuse you. You put the camera on and you face it outwards because now you've got a track of what has been said, what anybody that has falsely accused you, you've got evidence. You can give that and present that to the police if there is any trouble. It's okay to hold a camera and have a camera and put it on yourself and face it out, because it is protection for yourself, and it's also a way where people can be lifted up and encouraged by reading and the Bible and watching these encouraging videos. But when you see preachers going out there and they're not happy about fixing a camera to themselves, they like to be on film, they like to, honestly guys, it's an easy trap, and it's an easy basically it's an easy trap to fall into, and many do fall into it. But for me, I know deep in my heart, I know that a lot of people wouldn't even go and evangelize if they did not have the camera and did not have them on camera preaching and evangelizing. There's many that would not do it because they're looking for that praise and just that reckoning. They are doing it for self. And it's heartbreaking because you can see pride in people when they're not willing to admit it. But as I said, the true test to see if you are walking in pride is to just test yourself and go out and preach. And if you can preach without a camera, without any audio equipment or a camera, go out and preach. And you remember, you're preaching to the area that God sent you to. Well, you'll say, I chose the area, but really God is deep, and he's the one that is leading, influencing you. He's giving you the thoughts, he's giving you the locations. And so you can go to the locations and you can lift up the name of Christ without any audio cameras, video cameras. And if you can do that without any concern or worry about being recorded or being filmed, then that's a good thing, because that shows God and yourself that you're not in it for the glory and the praise of others. Many people are in it for the praise and the glory, and they like the claps and the cheers. And as I said, I'm very put off by people that do it. I really don't. I don't have hate of it, obviously, for them, but I see sin in them, and they don't recognize it, and they don't want to be discipled in this area, because deep down they love the attention. They like to take the glory away from God, and they won't admit it, but you'll see it in their actions. You'll see it in their behavior. You'll see it because they will not adjust. It's an easy adjustment to put a camera on and face it outwards, and that is an easy adjustment. Now, why don't people do that? Because they like to be on camera. They like to take the praise and the glory away from God. I've gone out there and preached many times, and I've had people that I really haven't got any control over, and I'll see that they're filming me now, and they'll film me, and I don't like it, but they film me for their own YouTube channel or their Facebook channel, and they'll upload me. I don't have any power to tell him not to film me, because it's his camera. He can film whatever he likes. We're in a public area. But what it shows me when I look at him is his focus and his attention is yes, he's getting the gospel out, but really he likes to take the praises and the claps and the cheers of others. And some people do it for self reasons. They really do. They don't do it for Jesus. They do it for self. They say they do it for Jesus, but you'll see that they take pleasure out of taking the glory away from God. And you'll hear them saying, I did it. I was the one that did it. I did it. And yet, at the end of the day, we all know that's God that is empowering you. It's God that gives you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It's God that gives you the ability to read and meditate on the word every day. God gives you the grace and mercy and the forgiveness, and he gives you that desire and that love for the scriptures. you know, because God can completely and utterly take it away from you. And so the fact that he hasn't taken away from you is a good thing. And so now you should, you know, respect him by honoring him, by giving all the glory back to him. And so when I'm preaching, guys, you'll always see on my videos, I preach always with the camera facing outwards, because I believe that it's all about Jesus. And I don't want you guys trying to exalt me, puff me up, and like just I don't want you to think that this is me. I want you to know that it's God. And it's God that works through each and every one of us when we're preaching the truth. And so I'll leave it there. But as I said, it really puts me off when I'm around people that I can clearly see that their attention and focus is more on what they do with the camera than what they do with the preaching in the area that they're sent to. I've seen people like pack up and go home once they've done their 20 minutes of preaching to the camera. I won't personally preach with anybody that has a camera on them, and that even if someone's filming them, I will be very upset with that, and I will not preach with them again. If they meet me for the first time and they are doing that, I can't do nothing about it, but I will bring it to their attention after the preach. And if they continue to do it, then I won't want to be in fellowship with them, because I know they're doing it for self-glory. They're doing it for their own glory and they want the attention and the praises of others, because you can do it without the attention. You can do it so that you are lifting up his name, but you're not taking the glory for yourself. You're giving him the glory by pointing people to Jesus and not about you, your face on camera, or anything to do with the videos and the cameras and the uploads. You know, it really does put me off. I will be honest. It puts me off a lot of the time when I go with people, because I see people, I meet people, new people, I bump into them, I see them and I meet them, and you know, the one thing I'm watching, I'm not telling them immediately, but the one thing I'm watching is how are they going to demonstrate their love for God, and are they going to, you know, are they going to make it all about themselves? And there are people out there that I could name, but I don't want to shame them and name them, you know, but you know yourself, guys. It's so obvious, you know yourself. When you take all the glory and you don't give it to God, when you love to be praised and clapped and cheered, when you are making the videos but you have to be on the video all the time, when you're making the videos but you're constantly wanting to be the focus of the video because your face is all over it, and it's just so wrong. It is pride, and I'm sorry, but most people, they don't even address this because they like to boast about their works, the things they do, and it just makes them feel good. And so my advice to you guys is to be very careful or how you preach the gospel when it comes to the social media aspects of it. Be wise and do it in the right way, because I'll respect you more if I see you facing the camera out, but I won't respect you much if you have the camera on yourself all the time, because that tells me you're walking in pride and you're not willing to admit it. And so you like to take the glory away from God because you have to be seen in your videos. You have to be lifted up and put in your videos so much that it's not about him, it's about you. And I'm sad to say I see so many people that get caught in this, and it's just so off-putting when really you should know in yourself. And as I said, I won't keep repeating myself, but the way to test yourself is to go out and you pick any place and go and preach there, and don't do it without a camera. You know, don't even do it without a camera. I'm over here in the Republic of Ireland, and I've preached without cameras here. I haven't uploaded every videos because it's not necessary. I upload the videos because it encourages people, and I upload the videos because, you know, people need to hear the truth, and obviously you want them to know the truth. But when I upload the videos that I upload, you'll never see me on the video. It's very rare that you'll see me on it, because I don't take the glory away from God. I always give him the glory by facing my camera out and giving him the glory by, preaching the word, but obviously not allowing you to give me the praises and the lifting ups, and it's so off-putting. I had comments and I had people commenting saying God bless you, and I'd be going thank you. Obviously it's all done in the power of the Holy Spirit, but there are people out there that really do take the glory away from God, and they want to literally, they just want to bask in all of the glory and the praise and the worship that they get from people, and that is pride, guys. And unfortunately many people do it. I could speak to so many people today. I could bring them up in love and tell them, listen, I see this in your ministry, and I wanted to point this out to you. And immediately, I know they won't receive it. I know that deep down in their heart, they want to be on camera, on film. They want their face out there. And I'm thinking, give it to God. Lift him up, and have you ever heard the scripture what John the Baptist says? He says, I must decrease and he must increase. So I must now start to take a step back, and he now must be, he must be now exalted. It's all about him. It's all about Jesus, not about self, not about yourself, not about the way you preach or how you preach or your face or on your videos. It's about him. It's always about him. And when you really, really understand that, you have a much better respect and love for God, and you understand. And it's like I said, we can all have tiny aspects of pride in a way, because we don't want to let go of that camera or that video recording. And like I said, even with the camera facing out, guys, you still are uploading your videos, and people are watching, or some are watching, and you get a buzz out of that. You do. And it's easy to be prideful in that, because you're uploading another video and it's another video going out, and you start to feel like, this is amazing, I really am blessed, and God is using me, and you fall into that prideful mindset without even realizing it, because that's exactly how the devil catches you. And so humility is what it's all about. It's knowing that God could, raise up anybody and preach through them and in them, but he's chosen you. So if he's chosen you, then make sure you give him all the glory, guys. And that's where I'll leave it. And thanks for listening. God bless.